Good morning from the Pacific Northwest. Welcome to the Weekly Factor. I'm your host, eeFoGee, content creator here on Factor of Games. Now, pretty much the only person on Factor of Games, but it doesn't really matter. I am here to show you some more games running direct capture on this fine Saturday morning where it's wet and rainy here. As always, we can't help it. That's what we like here in Seattle, but I figured we'd jump in. I redid some things here that hopefully will help the stream altogether. I re-leveled all the audio, so I'm hoping that's going to fix some of the issues, because I've listened to the past one or two of these, and pretty much when certain games come on, my voice goes really low and the music's really high, or the sound effects are really high. So I've been trying to do some leveling there. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, definitely yell out in the chat that it's not sounding right or we can't hear you, and I can adjust that as quickly as possible, because I want to put on a good show. I do. I enjoy doing this, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching it. But we do have a good lineup this week. So we had, I don't know, probably on an average of around 170, 165 votes, I think, every day on these games. And we've got a couple of different ones that we're going to go through. Well, we got 5, as always. We've got Persona 3 Reload, which just launched yesterday. There's a video up on the channel, so you can check that out. Running, kind of in real time or real world on the device, with that top-down camera and the gloves that everybody loves. So that game launched, and that one's actually, I don't know if it's a remaster. It's basically a remaster of the original Persona 3 that came out, I think, on the PS2. I think it made its way to the PS3 as well, but it's basically a touched up, imagined. I don't think it's even reimagined. It's like touched up and brought to the new world. Oops, hang on, sorry, I've got somebody ringing in my ear right now. They don't know that I'm on stream. There we go. We've also got Metroid Exodus, and we're going to look at the PC version of Metroid Exodus. Well, we always look at PC versions, but we're going to look at the PC edition of Metroid Exodus, which is the newest one, which is usually put on sale. There was an original version of Metroid Exodus, but it's not really found as much anymore. So you want, definitely, if you're going to go out there to understand what the performance is going to be of the PC edition. Then we've got Cuphead. We're going to take a look at Cuphead on these devices. We're also going to take a look at Fallout New Vegas, which a lot of people have liked Fallout New Vegas. This is my probably third most popular top-down kind of view on the Steam Deck. This one, I don't know, I put up a year ago. It's probably in the 60,000, 70,000 views. I'm not sure where it sits exactly, but that one's been pretty popular, and it seems to be, from the poll, everybody's number one favorite, right? Like, when I looked at the poll and I put them up, because I had Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76, I kind of knew where 76 would fall, right? I was kind of like, that one's going to be, the crappiest. But it ended up being that Fallout 76 was not. Fallout 3 was, which surprised me. That's my favorite one. Then it was Fallout 76, and then Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas was the top game on there. So we're going to do Fallout New Vegas. So pretty excited about that. And then Resident Evil Village. That went up against other Resident Evils, more recent ones, like Resident Evil 2, 3, 7, and Village. And Resident Evil Village came out on top. So we're going to take a look at that one. Then we're also going to look at Blue Blaze Entropy Effect. That just came out yesterday as well. That's the kind of like surprise game each week we're going to take a look at. So that one is going to start. But let's jump in. And let's go with the Steam Deck first. How's that sound? So let me turn that thing on. I thought I had it on. We'll take a look at Steam Deck, and then we will jump to, are you going to wake up, Steam Deck? There we go. Now it's awake. Okay. I'm going to turn the music off. And that was the Entropy Effect soundtrack we were listening to. But let's see if we've got, well, you know what? I'm going to run I'm going to switch back and forth. Sometimes I'm going to run, and I'll call it out if we're running on controller or if we're going to be using, for example, like the mouse and keyboard, because I have a mouse and keyboard layout here as well, so we can do both. Not really any, I think, advantage to either, but it's just how you want to play. Obviously, if you're sitting at a desk, you might want to play with the mouse and keyboard. If you're sitting, you know, on the couch, you're going to be using the Steam Deck controller built into it or something like that, maybe on a TV. So let's take a look at Metroid Exodus PC Enhanced Edition. This is that one that came out after Metroid Exodus had come out sometime in what, I don't even know, 2017? Is it that old? It could be. We can probably find out. Now, I have the volume lower on this, but you know, we'll see what the game sounds like. So if the game sounds a little low, yell it out in the chat. But hopefully it should be at a good level that you can hear me and then you can hear that. So 2019 is when Metro Exodus PC Enhanced Edition was updated, right? Is that how they're saying that? The Saga bundle. I'm just trying to see. I'm curious because I feel like I played Metro Exodus a lot more than this, because I beat the entire game, I thought, on PC. I might have done it on console. I'm not 100% sure, because this one, the gold edition, you get everything. In the gold edition, if you look at the link in chat or in the notes, that one is running for like $5 over on Humble Bundle, so you definitely want to go over there and get it. But you can get it. It's like $39 here. And it comes with everything, all the DLCs, the enhanced edition, which I think was the 4K. So I guess maybe the game did launch in 2019. And then they added the enhanced edition, which kind of updated everything to like 4K textures and things like that for videos and cutscenes and all of that stuff. That's maybe how it worked. It's been a while. And like I said, I think I played mine on the PS4. If I don't remember, when I went through the entire game, because I actually stopped. I got tired of playing the game probably into the last chapter, the last biome, right before the last biome. I was like, well, that wasn't something that I was interested in. I was bored and I didn't want to keep playing it. So I ended up just kind of jumping into some other game at that time, and ended up being that I just didn't go forward until later on. And then I went back, picked up my save, and then ended up playing it and beating it. This was like 6 to 9 months later or something like that. But we'll go ahead and take a look at it. This one kind of rounds off the Metro Exodus franchise where, you know, Metro is based on a book. And I think it was Metro 2035. So Metro 2033 is the original game. The book is 2035, if I'm not mistaken. It could be flip-flop there. And then, sorry, I've got, like, for some reason, everybody wants to call me right during the stream. And then Metro Exodus is... not Metro Exodus, Metro Last Light. That was the second one where our hero is kind of like getting more and more that there's other societies and things like that out there. And, you know, that they think that in Metro, the idea of Metro is that they think they're the only ones in Moscow. That's it. Like, nobody else on the planet survived the apocalypse, and they're the only ones. Metro Last Light jumped to... kind of a little bit more that they knew other things were going on. They met another kind of, I think it was not race, but they understood that there was another consciousness out there. I don't know. It got a little bit more science sci-fi. And then Metro Exodus, they were able to leave the Metro in Moscow, and they did find others. So that's kind of that, you know, breakdown. So I don't want to spoil it. Lots of cool stuff in it. It just got really repetitive. I don't know. It was boring to me, but then I got like reinvigorated to like play it, so it worked out. So one of the things that the game does is every time you log into it, on these devices, I don't remember if this was PC. I know on PlayStation it doesn't do this, but it was like, hey, you know, we got to go through and update and apply changes to it. So give me 1 second. I'm going to shut these phones off. I don't know why I'm getting bothered. It's not an emergency. I know that. It's just everybody wanting to, I don't know, reach out to me at one point in time. Probably something about a game. But let's go ahead and see this. So we're probably getting the HDR video here. So I don't know. Can we turn this off? We obviously got to turn off ray tracing. Well, you can't really turn off ray tracing on this one. You got to turn it down to normal, but it shouldn't really work anyhow. I don't know. HDR was off. It really seems dark. So let's try to brighten this up. So I'm going to try and boost that. That's a little bit better. That's way too much though. The leftmost triangle is very visible. I don't see it at all. So let's just say that we're okay. Don't need, I mean, we could use VSync. Steam Deck, we're going to always keep it probably 1280 by 720. And obviously we're using 16 by 9 right here, but the actual device is 16 by 10. And then let's go down, 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 down. Nope, we're good. So let's go ahead and go back. We'll save. We are on low quality, so this should be the lowest setting essentially for the game. So let's go ahead and hit do I have any other saves? Let's see. I'm not 100% sure. No, I don't, because I don't have an option to do continue or anything like that. So let's just go ahead and jump into the original game, and we'll just put on easy, and then we'll go ahead and just kind of skip some stuff. We'll get into the actual gameplay, and we'll see how it looks. I just did this for the Legion Go, and the Legion Go actually had a little bit of a hard time with the game. It was not performing to the best, even though it was maxed out, which means that probably that ray tracing was having an adverse effect on it, because ray tracing, it doesn't seem like you can turn it off. And I think that was one of the things that PC Edition brought to it, is ray tracing. And ray tracing is something that you cannot turn off in the PC Edition version. Now, you might be able to go into the actual file and adjust it there, but within the game, it only gives you the option of, I think, normal, high, or ultra. There is no off for it. So, let's see. We'll skip past this, and it should put us... Oh, can we even skip past it? Not right now. Boy, I don't really even hear it. Oh yeah, I hear it now. I had to just turn up my volume. But if it's low on the stream, you know, let me know. We're gonna break it. Well, I mean, essentially, you are out using a radio communicator to try and find other signals of life. That's essentially why you're on the, you know, the upper part of the world, not in the metro when you start out. And we should be able to jump in and start taking control now. It's definitely, you know, obviously having an impact. I don't think we're going to be able to adjust it. I mean, 30 frames is probably what you're going to be getting at the best. In most cases, it's right now, for example, like, what are we at, 20? 22, something like that. It's not the best experience, and that's even with everything, like I said, turned down. I don't think there's anything else that we can lower. See, ray tracing, it's either normal, high, or ultra. There's no turning it off. NVIDIA Hair Advanced Physics, no, we're not using that. Telesensation. What is it? Tessellation. Sorry, not telesensation. Shading rate, I don't know if we could even turn that down, if that would help it. I don't think so. I think, really what I think the impact here is the ray tracing is on all the time. But yeah, about 30 frames is the best you're probably going to get in this one. We might be able to get a little bit more out of the Legion Go. It's possible. I think I had maybe the shading rate all the way up. Let's see, where's our, up there it was. These are lighter, get rid of some of these cobwebs. Spiders, nobody likes those. Well, I don't mind spiders. Spiders get rid of all the mosquitoes that we have here because we live near a river. In the summer, it's not unbearable, but the mosquitoes can like definitely show up more. So spiders definitely help us. Let's grab some ammo. And now everything, if you've never played Metro, everything that is in the game is, well, within the world is like repurposed. Like these are old weapons that they rebuilt, or these are weapons that, you know, somebody's handcrafted out of other materials. There's also the fact that you could, you know, search and scour for ammo because there's not a lot of ammo. You actually trade ammo for things. It's the actual currency. Let me just see. I think the stream has just went down. No, it's still hanging in there. Okay. It's just saying like, hey, the signal's not the greatest. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. So yeah, your currency in the game is also ammunition. All right, let's jump down here. We're still in the 30s to 40s. Now, this is extremely low settings. Oh, I'm hearing something. The story, though, is, like I said, pretty good up until the chapter before the end. The end chapter's good. I didn't mind that, but like there's this one chapter that really got me stuck. I just was not into it, but I got through it, like I said. The original Metro and Metro Last Light, those ones I think are excellent. They were the best of the franchise. Oop, there went a bug. Another spider bug. Oh, there's our enemies. What are we at, about 30? Yeah, about 30, roughly. We're not locked to 30, but that's where it's kind of hanging in there at. Oh, he's too far away. It's like a shotgun, I guess. I mean, I think you could play it. Like I said, it's probably on the original PS4, it played at 30 frames per second. The PS4 Pro, it might have got 60-ish or close, if I remember correctly. You know, on a nice PC rig, you're easily going to get 60 if you got a decent storage and all that. Oh, is there another one? Yeah, there is. We'll just get to the point where they find us. Ooh, there was a little bit of a hitch. We were dropped down into like 15, something like that. All right, let's run for the door because they're coming. I think they Night Stalkers. Is that what they call these guys? Ooh, did it just crash? It might have. Yeah, I think it did. Well, that's not good. I wouldn't probably promote that one. You know, but every once in a while, you'll get a crash or something like that from it. This is the Steam Deck version, by the way, or the Steam Deck running it. I didn't really run into that the first time I tried it. But, you know, again, probably not the greatest game that you're looking to play on the Steam Deck. It's just not. But let's jump over to the Legion Go. We'll take a look at it on there, and we'll make some of those adjustments. See if we can't get that. I might even have to restart this Steam Deck since it's not since it's not closing, I think it restarted itself. Okay, let's switch over and then we'll come back to that. So this is the Legion Go, and I'm going to flip that, and we're going to go look for, oops, I got to turn the controller on. Going to go look for our Metro save here, or our Metro game. Oh, not that one. We want this. Yeah, it looks like the Steam Deck rebooted itself. That's what that little indicator is kind of popping around. Okay, let's see. Installed. By the way, don't buy Balls of Steel. It's horrible. It is not the greatest. Balls of Steel is a pinball game based off Atari licenses. In this, as we've said in most of the other streams, when you're playing on the Legion Go and you want to use an external controller, you usually have to drop in here, go enable Steam input, and then you're good to go. If you don't, it kind of defaults because I think the Legion Go software is trying to overwrite what Steam is saying or what the game is saying. So it's trying to say like, hey, you're going to use the controller built into the Legion Go. You want to always do that, enable Steam controller, and then you're good to go on that device. And then every once in a while you get this. This is kind of like, this is only for my setup. I don't think you'd get this normally, but you've kind of got to go in and select. I'm hoping that nothing crashed here. There we go. You've got to go in and select on my setup here, 1280 by 720 if the game is running at 1280 by 720. This capture card does not like shifting things around. It doesn't like going from 1080p to 1280 or to 720p. My one that the Steam Deck is plugged into is fine. So I probably should swap these because I think the capture card on the PC for the Steam Deck right now, that's the PCI AverMedia card, and that might work better for the Legion Go. So I might make that change next week. I didn't think about that. So let's see if we can get through this. Now this one, I'm hearing music easier, but I did turn my headphones up, so I'm pretty sure that is just due to the fact that I was smarter and turned them up right away. Can I skip through this? Yeah, I can. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Well, we'll see. It's a little bit longer of an opening, but should be okay. It did give me the option to skip, but it didn't allow me to. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, it's got these silly gyroscopes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to play it with controller. I'm going to do it with the actual mouse and keyboard for this game. Since we're connected and we have access to it anyhow, we'll just kind of flip-flop. So one of the other things that causes some trouble, like I said, with this graphics or with this capture card, not with anybody's real world, but if you are using a capture card, 16 by 9 may throw you off because usually these devices are they're trying to default to 16 by 10 for both of them. But that's something I've noticed. I always have to go in there and make adjustments for it. Let's see, ray tracing, we're going to leave off. Motion blur, we're going to leave off. Hairworks, off. We're basically going to just run everything on low, and we'll even turn the shading rate down. I didn't do this for the video, for the real view video, so it's something we'll give a try here. We'll see if it works. Okay. Now let's go ahead and jump in. And did it save? It might have. Let's see if we can just start in a different area. I think I did get a save after. I want to say after I got to. Are they in Poland? No, they're moving to Poland. They're in Moscow. Polis is just another part of the metro stations, right? That's what they call them by the name of the station. Yeah, it's not working on my keyboard's not working. That is weird. I can't escape. I don't know why that is.
But I did hear that call on the radio with my own ears. Yes, it was immediately drowned out by the static.
I don't know why it's not allowing me to skip. I've got a keyboard actually connected.
Somewhere out there, under the skies, there's still a habitable place. We're not doomed to live the rest of our lives.
It's actually defaulting back to that control on there. Well, I can walk in that stuff with the mouse and keyboard, so let's give it a try. There we go. And we'll switch back and forth, because like I said, the controller I can just grab and start playing.
Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Artyom, you're all right.
Artyom's getting a nice welcome. He had just, this is like right after where it froze on the Steam Deck. They had made it into the station. This is his Marine team. The Colonel is back there. He's married to the Colonel's wife, or daughter. Sorry, that would be weird. The Colonel's daughter. And that's your wife. Right in front of you. Okay. Can we skip past this part as well? No. These kind of scenes I don't think are skippable. No, they're not. So the first thing you do after you get out of the hospital is go straight to drinking. But I will say, there's not many other things that seem to be pretty fun within the metro, so I would probably agree with that. So now we're hitting. See how weird the telemetry data, the metrics, whatever, performance data. How weird that looks on this thing right now. That's weird. I don't know why. But we are getting 66 frames per second right now, 65, somewhere in there. You can also see another frame rate counter, which is the Steam one down in the bottom. And it always seems to be like a little bit higher than it's like 1 frame higher slightly than the actual counter that's built into the Legion Go. All right, so RTM's still trying to get that signal. He's drug his wife out here, not happening. So now they're heading back. And we should be able to take control. See, it's using the gyroscope. I don't like that. I do not like gyroscopes in games. Let's see. Do we got everything else? Yeah, mouse and keyboard's working just fine. Okay. We'll do mouse and keyboard. Controller, like I said, works just fine on the actual device, so there's no issue there. But yeah, we're getting 74, 68 frames per second on this thing. Now, this is on performance mode, and it's custom, so it's 30 watts on the Legion Go. I almost feel like I should go back and record that video. The shadows really played it really played havoc with the recording, and I didn't know that it was that much of a draw on it. It shouldn't have been, but I don't know. All right, let's go this way. Let's swap our filter. It's weird. The keyboard wouldn't allow me to skip, but now it's working just fine. Yeah, everything's working. So where's my light? That's my lighter. I need that. Let's see. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. Where'd she go? Maybe I do need a lighter. I know I have a light, but I haven't found the command on the keyboard yet. Oh, here's where she went. E. And E works here. I don't know why it wouldn't allow me to skip. But yeah, I mean, the game I use, so everybody always asks, what's your favorite device out of these things? I like the Steam Deck. I love the Steam Deck, actually, the OLED. I think it's better to play if you're going on a trip. Let's just say that. Because the battery is about double what the Legion Go is, it feels like now, since they've made adjustments to it. And, you know, they have a couple other things, settings and that stuff. But when I'm playing on the couch and I'm recording, if you've seen some of the videos I do for like a Dragon, which is, I'm doing a full playthrough of like a Dragon direct capture on the Lenovo Legion Go. I've also got one recorded already for the Liza P on the Legion Go. I prefer that, but I hate Windows. So really, the Steam Deck is the winner in everything. Windows doesn't work well with this thing compared to Steam OS with the Steam Deck itself. It's a far better experience. You have less problems. Oh, the Watchmen, that's what they are, not stalkers. Where'd he go? He's dead. So we dropped down to what, 50, 52 right there? Something like that. See if we can keep going. We're going to get out into more of the open area here shortly. Not open, it's not open world, but like out of the building, so we should see a little maybe dip in performance because we'll not be encased by walls. Where we were getting like 70 up in the building, we're now getting like the 50s. So still, it's better performance than what you would you would get if you were to turn those shaders up. Is this my healing pack? Nope. That's all right. We're not gonna go too much further. Oh, Q is the healing pack. There we go. Uh-oh. Let's get behind this thing. Actually, I want to see these guys.
The pack is here. So, do we turn this place into the
50s, 50s, 49 with more enemies on the screen. It does have that effect around the like goggles or whatever. Oh, I need to change my filter. I was dying. The snow effect or the water effects, things like that. But, I mean, 57, that's not bad. I would be just fine playing it. This is probably what the PS Pro ran. Get close to a wall, you know, 70-some. So, you're not going to get much more. Where'd she go? She's supposed to be here. Right? Oh, did I miss, like... Oh, no, she's coming along. She's just slow. Now we're getting a little bit more of the storm effects, starting to see it drop into the 40s. But still... I think it'd be, you know, it's definitely playable, and like I said, it's comparable to the PS4 Pro. All right, wife. Give me a boost. Oh no, she's getting the boost. We'll go up to the train here. And then we'll call it good. Because I think, like I said, this is the most open area that you're probably going to... Well, no, that's not true. It does open up. There is kind of an open world. I'd almost equate it to... I don't know. There's slight open world in the biomes, so you can kind of go around. It's not, you know, like the level of GTA like 5 or anything like that, but there is. Okay, there's the train going. Big bat. You're probably going to see it be in the 40s in those open world areas. 45, 50, something like that. But yeah, this, like I said, this is probably what I played on the level quality for the PS4 Pro. Maybe the PS5 would be able to handle more. I don't know. They might be able to lock it at 60. Oh, there we go. even a vehicle. So yeah, we'll call it good here. But I mean, this is more representative of what the actual gameplay experience is going to be on the Legion Go. You're going to get probably 10 to 20 frames in certain areas more than you're going to get on the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck did crash on us, but I don't think that's common. I think that was more of like an issue that we ran into, unfortunately. So let's exit out of here. Is it exiting? Yes. Let's get out of this. We'll jump over to the next game. I think we'll probably do... Let's see, what else? What could we do? You want to do Cuphead? We could do Cuphead. Let's give Cuphead a shot here. Let's get this thing back to showing up on the stream, which is going to be this little setting here. Again, I have this, like I said, issue with it where I've got to make it bounce around. I think the other capture card may not have that, so I'm going to switch those capture cards this week. Yeah, and see, it even like made it go into 1080p. So give me 1 second. I got to readjust this. Hopefully that'll fix this issue by swapping the cards, because the one that I'm using that uses USB 3, it does not like to change resolutions on the fly. And I think the PCI card will be fine with that. So let's jump over to the Steam Deck. Is it back up and running for us? Let's see. It had crashed and rebooted, so hopefully it will be. I'm going to put the mouse and keyboard over on it. Maybe it's not back up yet. I don't think it's awake. No, I think it essentially, we're going to just reboot it all the way. There we go. If you don't know how to reboot the Steam Deck all the way, you just kind of hold the power button for 10 seconds. It'll flash and then turn on. Well, you got to press the button again to turn it on, but that will kind of hard boot the machine. And like I said, we'll jump into Cuphead for a bit. We'll use controller on Cuphead, and then we'll do the same thing on the Legion Go, and then we'll jump to probably Resident Evil. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe we're not getting a capture on this. We're still getting that one. Let's just see. Oh, there it goes. It just takes forever. All right, let's see. So let's jump into Cuphead. I'm interested to try the BlazBlue Entropy effect, because I haven't tried it yet. I got it. The developer dropped the key to me yesterday, real launch day, whatever day that was, 31st. Might have been Wednesday. And I didn't get a chance to try it, but it came with the soundtrack. That's why we were listening to that when we started the stream. All right, so here, you don't really have to change much. This is going to be able to run 60 frames per second, no problem. It is locked to 60, as far as I know. Yeah, there's no way to change it. I don't even know if... I didn't think that would change it, no. You're kind of locked to 60. As far as I'm aware. Let's jump with this one. Even though well, can you get 90 on this? Because the OLED can do that. Or is it only, it's locked to 60 because of the capture device when streaming. I think the capture device, if you're just recording, can do up to 120. But when you're streaming, it can only do 60. Let's see, we're going to find just an area. I mean, I'm not going to be amazing. Oh, we had a 2-player? How do we have 2 players? Am I on 2-player? No, I'm on 1. I don't know. Well, I don't think 2 players is going to work all that well. Well, wait, actually, let's do this. Get me out of here. Let's go this one. We'll go simple. I don't know how I got a 2-player. Maybe, do they have... Oh, yeah, they do. So they work in tandem. You can hook these up. Oh, this guy. Come on, get out of here. Oh, but it's funny. They're kind of running together, but they're not running together. Okay. Why am I standing right by this guy? Let's just run out of the way. Oh, come on. Okay. Give me another run at this. It just I don't know. It throws me off with this 2-player thing. I don't understand. I don't remember this being in the game when I played it on... I think I've always played this on PC. I don't think I own it on anything else. Ooh, I got hit. Okay, there's some distance here between us. And I forgot that you can actually just hold down. God, I hit him again. You can just hold down on the fire button. It's been a long time. I mean, I play so many games, and I don't excel at any of them. Oh, God. I got trapped again. One more time, then we'll go back to the open world. And this is on simple. Crying out loud. Okay, he's going to start coming our way. Yeah, the Mugman and Cuphead together? I don't know. Seems weird. I don't know if that's a mode that I clicked to open up. Okay, come on. This guy. Oh, shoot. Oh, these guys are coming out left and right. All right. Oh, he's got me. Okay, we'll jump back to the... But, I mean, you can see that every boss fight's going to be the same. 60 frames per second. You're not going to have to worry about it. Let's kind of work around. We're getting 60 here. Let's see. Can we do a level? This might be an actual level. Let's see how that runs. With more enemies and stuff like that. Nope, we're doing another boss battle. I forgot. Most of that is boss battles. Oh. He's backing into us. Oh, we got him. Oh, do we shoot the ducks too? Okay, let's get at it. We want a level where we can actually go and run around, not boss battles. And let's see, I think... It's so weird why they're walking together. Yeah, let's go back to Inkwell Island. I thought I heard somebody say that they're going to be doing a Steamboat Willie style, since Disney lost the copyright to Steamboat Willie. I thought they said that they were going to do something like this. Somebody's out there developing it. Come on, man. Follow me. Oh, you guys, get together. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Run and gun in the forest.
And begin.
It's so weird that they're walking together. I think I opened something up, or maybe it sees both controllers. I don't remember this ever being in the game. Yeah, but we're getting 60. Okay, I was hoping that we were going to keep going with just one character. But let's jump over to the Legion Go, and we'll give it a shot over there. Again, you're not going to see too much difference. This is a game that can be handled at 60 frames per second on either device. You might be able to actually drop this down on the Legion Go to performance mode, so your battery would be pretty good. Let's see. Because we can do that on the fly here. So let's drop the Legion Go down to... What's power saving going to give us here? Balanced, smart fan. They just did a BIOS update as well. So if you haven't done that, go into your Legion Go software by hitting that button up in the right hand, the left hand corner, and then there'll be an option to update there in the menu system. And we're on battery here. So we're on battery across the board with smart fan. Let's give it a try with Cuphead now. So this would probably put it close to what the Steam Deck Oled is running when it's running full open. That's the difference, right? You get a little bit better battery performance, but then you don't get a lot of battery performance. Or you don't get a lot of performance. So we're still at 60. Let's get into the game, and we'll actually try to drop it down even to quiet in the lowest efficiency mode and see if that can still hold 60 on the Legion Go. If that's the case, then you're potentially going to get like 3.5, 4 hours when playing this game. Let's see. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't enable the controller. But we'll go ahead and just play it here like this. So let's see. Visual. Yep, we're on 1280 by 720. Now we could go up to 1080p. Let's do that. Let's see what it does with 1080p. We'll go to the same exact area. Okay, so we're at 59, 60, 58. Let's get into it and get some enemies thrown at us. Oh. $59. I mean, at 59, you're okay. If it holds like right there, we'll be all right. Oop. Then we'll do a boss battle or two. $60. Yeah, I mean, we're still holding at 60. What if we, is there any enemy going to come after me here? I think we're okay. Let's try shifting this to quiet. Oh, look, they are dropping enemies down, but they're not getting me. Yeah, let's do quiet for the fan. So that's basically fan off, and then efficiency. Yeah, we're still getting 60 now. So you could get 3.5, 4 hours out of this game. It's barely using anything. It's just sipping on it. Let's go try one of the boss battles. So I think there's one down here. So this is where you get some advantage, right? Like, if the game's optimized enough, not that they optimized it, but just they did optimize the game well when it started because they wanted it to run on many things. I'm surprised it's not on mobile, like iOS or something. Yeah, we're right at 60, so we are getting the most efficient use of the battery. No fan. Even the heat. What's the heat? Oh, I didn't see him. What is our temp at? 57 degrees Celsius. We're fine. Yeah. So, although we're plugged in, we're forcing it to go to like 10 watts, and it's running just fine. No issues. And usually they put this game on sale a good bit, so you can actually get a pretty good deal on this during the Steam sales. So, yeah. Perfect. That's what we want. Not the score necessarily so much, but the performance is really solid. So yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about battery life with this game. Let's go ahead and jump out, and we'll do Resident Evil. But for Resident Evil, we're obviously going to have to push this up to performance mode, 30 watts. We're going to let the fan go at custom, and it's on performance. So let me back out of here. Get back to where, well, where's, what we need is Resident Evil. Where to go? There we go. And we want to make sure that we've enabled the Steam controller. Yep, on that game. You have to do it for every game. So let me find my controller here. There we go. Is it going to work? Oh, no, because it's on 2.4. It was trying to connect to the Steam Deck. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then after we get done with Resident Evil on both, we'll jump to Fallout New Vegas, and we will do... we'll take a brief look at BlazBlue, and then we'll do Persona 3 as the end game. Now, this is interesting, and I don't know why this is happening, but you can see that it's bordered right now. Because I have a mouse and keyboard, I can just hit Alt-Enter, and I can force it to full screen. So let me just do that. I don't know why it's doing this, though. I think it's to do with the capture cards causing it to do that. There we go. It doesn't do that when you're playing the game on the device. It's only when you're playing it on the screen, you know, kind of an external screen is what I've seen for that. Let's see. So, oops. We need to tell it to do this. Oh, probably because I just shifted over to, let's see if I can force it. Okay, now it's forced back to controller. Why isn't it seeing my controller here, though? I don't know why. It was. Is it because of the keyboard? No. I don't know. I think I might have to reboot it, but we don't really have to reboot it, so I'm not going to. Let's just go ahead and run with mouse and keyboard right now, because it'll make it easier. There we go. And let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and do, we'll take a look at the settings once we're in, and we'll go ahead and do the, what would you call it? The basic. All right. F. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we're right out of Castle Dimitrescu. What is it? Dimitrescu. There's our buddy here in his cart. Okay, now I can hear him. I was thinking, I can't hear him. Let's go ahead in. So we're hitting 60. Now this is on, let's check our settings. I believe we're running at 1080, if I'm not mistaken. So that's it. Brightness. We are on the preset, the basic preset, I think. Sorry, these people are back to ringing my phone. What were we looking at? No, we were looking for the set. So presets were at, what is going on here? I've just got to shut like everything in my office down. It's all making too much noise. Let's see. We are using just 3.8 gigabytes, something like that, of the VRAM. So we're actually on pretty low. This is probably performance settings in the preset. We can't look at it right now, but that's what it would be on. All right, let's go ahead in. So this game, pretty efficient, right? We could probably bump things up, and if we want, we can take a look at that. But I mean, in general, playing on the device, if you play on performance settings, the game looks really good. you can play, like I said, 1080p, and you're going to get 60 frames per second. Now, is it going to be as good as any amazing graphics card? No, but still going to be pretty good. Man, is it dark? Let's see if we can bounce that brightness up. Does that allow me to do that here? Yeah. That's about as much as I can go. Min brightness. I'm not even seeing anything change. Right there, it just changed. Actually, that is right. Oh, you know what? I may have to go back in and adjust it slightly. There we go. Now we can see. Goodness. All right, this one, max brightness, we're supposed to turn down. Right to there. Now we've got it straightened around. Yep. And yeah, we can't look at the settings. The display area is as full as it should be. 1080p, 60 frames per second, or 60 frames refresh rate. So let's go ahead and jump back. There we go. Maybe it's not exact the way you'd want, but it's better. But yeah, 1080p, 60 frames per second on the Legion Go is pretty nice. I think we're going to run into... We should run into them. Maybe this is the thing. Nope. Yep, that's the thing. I couldn't remember where it initiated the cutscene. Just making sure the stream is still up. It did drop down. That's just Starlink. That's the way it works here. Ooh.
Man, bud.
Oh man, did that hurt? The dragging you? Ooh. What's with the bugs?
Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
You are so kind to me, daughters.
We probably could do a little bit of adjustments on the preset,
Let's take a look at him.
and then do a little bit of adjustments on the,
Well, Ethan,
you know, the brightness, and kind of dial it in a little bit better. But I mean, in general,
games, did you?
this little
Let's
device
see
doing
how special.
just great. It's actually pumping out some
Yes, Mother.
heat. What are we at? About 74 degrees. I would probably tell you that this thing's only going to get maybe I don't know,
Starting to
maybe
go a little stale.
an hour 20, hour 15 on the battery this way.
Now, daughters. First, I must inform Mother Miranda. But later, well, there will be enough for everyone. Udama.
This looks painful too. Oof. Those hands, man. I don't know why Resident Evil turned into just like hand
Careful what you
gore porn or whatever they call it. I don't remember any other Resident Evil where somebody lost an appendage. It's only happened to Ethan. They don't all last too long. Okay. This would be so painful. Couldn't even imagine. But I guess in terms of dying, maybe it's not as bad. So F. Ooh, God, could you just imagine? Like ripping through your hand? I just couldn't see it. He's already lost a few fingers over there. Ugh. All right. So, yeah, I mean, pretty good. A little bit of our Go juice. Fix all that up. Pure alcohol, probably. But yeah, we're into the castle. We're well into the game, and you're going to get 60 out of this in this layout. So yeah, the Legion Go, nice and strong little device. Let's jump over and check out how the Steam OLED performs. Now it will be at it'll be at 720p when we're checking it out, but we should get very similar performance though at 720p. Okay, let's go ahead and say that's good. Go ahead and hit quit and jump out of this, and then we'll switch over. I may do a full playthrough of this game closer to the holidays on the Legion Go. And I like I said, I'm sure that it's going to perform the exact same way across there. Let's see, Steam Deck. Let's go ahead and, oh, nope, that's my actual PC. Steam Deck is right there. No, that is Steam Deck. Okay. Is that? Why is it showing the desktop? Is it not on the right capture card? Something's going on here. There's the Legion Go. There's my PC. Huh. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing here. It's actually like in non-game mode. I must have switched something over when I was moving things around. Are we on the desktop? No. Okay, I think it got confused. I think that's what it was. I might have like pressed a button when it was connected to the mouse or something like that and switched it over to the desktop mode. So now we're back in game mode. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. Now there's nothing special we have to do. No compatibility. Whoops, you can't see that because I'm on top of it. No compatibility that you need. So in the controller settings, it does have a configuration on its own made by Capcom. So we're pretty much ready to go, and we will switch to mouse and, or we won't run the mouse and keyboard on this one. This time we'll run the controller. And as we were talking earlier, and I've said in many of these shows, SteamOS just is far more, I don't know, forgiving of weird transition issues that happen between games. They've been able to work around it, right? Where Windows is still stubborn and does their thing, your experience when you're controlling this from a controller on the Steam, like connected to the Steam Deck, is the same thing as if you're using the Steam Deck controller, pretty much, built into it. And it just handles these things a little bit more elegantly. Hey, Shrek. Is it Shrek? Shirk? Bad boy, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being a follower as well. Thank you. We're just taking a look at Resident Evil Village on the Steam Deck right now. Let's jump in. Now, well, we'll take a look at the settings here before we jump in. I am going to put this one, we're going to put it on prioritized performance, so we're comparing apples to apples, so to speak, in the Steam Deck to the Legion Go. Although resolution-wise, we're going to be we're going to be at 720. Let's take a look. HDR, we could turn that on. I mean, HDR is going to obviously make it nice, but not on the stream here. Vertical sync, we don't need that. We'll try running it without FSR. And we are using the same, video RAM as we were before. Now, the Legion Go has, 8, I think. We're dealing with more like 6 that we can run without any special software or anything like that. So let's just go ahead and jump into, I think this will be putting us right out of Castle Dimitrescu, just like we were on the Legion Go. So we'll kind of see the exact same area. Yep. it dropped us right out there. So I know that's, let's see if we can make the metrics a little, or the data, performance data a little bigger here. Oops, it's this one. There we go. That's a little bit easier to see potentially on the stream. So we're getting, 60, which is what kind of I thought we would get, moving this. Again, we're running at 720p versus 1080p that we were on the Legion Go, but everything else is very comparable. You would be stuck at 800p on the Steam Deck if you were playing on the device anyhow, so very close.
Be here.
It is, let's adjust the brightness a little bit. When we're playing these games on these capture cards, usually you have to go back in and readjust everything to kind of make it viewable on the stream here. There we go. It's going to be brighter, but and you can definitely see, like, yeah, maybe everything looks not as good as you, like I said, you could have on a much better PC rig. Like that painting right there, until you get close to it. I mean, even when you're close to it, really is blurry. It's meant to be, right? But if you want that smooth, like 60 frames per second performance, you can definitely get it on here. The probably optimal scenario would be to play at 40, but we can't do that on the capture card. It doesn't pick up 40 frames per second. It's either 30 or 60. So if in this scenario, the optimum would be like 30 frames per second, you'd be able to up all the graphics quality. But on the Steam Deck itself, you're going to get a good looking picture probably on, I would probably go with like not performance mode, but balanced, and maybe use FSR quality, and you'd still get 60 frames per second. But obviously you'd have HDR on that device. You'd have a smaller screen, so that 800p is going to look much better. Same exact thing. Yeah, I mean, we're getting the exact same performance. I mean, this is, would this be playable? Is it comparable? Let's say that, if you're playing on a TV. Yeah, comparable to what the PS4 would have put out.
Mother,
maybe not the Pro, but well, the Pro. Let's say the Pro.
To me, daughters.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different in terms of the quality, but if we bump and adjust some things,
Let's take a look at him.
we could probably make it look close.
Well, Ethan Winters, you escaped.
But you'd get the full experience of the game, which, as long as you can get the fidelity you want, maybe at a cost of a few frames or something like that, then I think you're okay. Anything above 40 would be good. Yeah, we're watching the same thing. I mean, everything's exactly the same. What's our temp at?
Starting to go a little stale.
Then let's devour his man flesh quickly, Mother. I am the one who
CPU,
captured
GPU,
him.
Now,
fan.
daughters. First, I must inform Mother Miranda.
I am looking for it. Oh, 64.
There will be enough
64,
for
66, 67 on the GPU, CPU.
Udama,
And it's the nice thing about the Steam Deck is there's no real loud fan on this thing. It's just kind of like sitting there.
oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
All right, we've seen this part, so I think we're good in that, playing on the device itself, much better. In terms of like what you can get for fidelity, but outputting it direct capture, you're just fine. I wish we could easily go back and forth and jump some things up. Let's just take a look here. Let's do image quality. Let's bounce that up to 2. This will get rid of those lines and things like that. What do we have? Let's do that. FXAA. Let's bounce that. Let's put it above, like, closer to 4. No ray tracing. Can't get that much out of it. The volumetric lighting is always going to be a tough one. Let's do that. A little bit of shadow quality. Let's go medium. Now we're into the rough area where we're going to start to see performance drop. Let's do half on the half gigabyte on the texture quality. Let's see what we get out of this. Okay, let's get our hands down. We'll go a little bit further with some of these additional settings. Just in case you didn't get enough of the hand gore before. Now we've got it back. Just feeling how warm that thing is. It's doing a little bit more work right now. A little splash. It's amazing that made it from like where he was in Louisiana over to Transylvania or wherever they're at. Yeah, you can see. I mean, the changes we made have definitely improved, like the lighting, the shadows, and the textures. In terms of that, the performance is somewhere maybe 8 to 10 frames at the worst. But it definitely looks better. So again, if we're doing this and we're adjusting closer to that, using 4 or 4.5 gigabytes of the available like 5.5, 6, I think on the screen directly with HDR and all that, it's going to look really, really solid. We need to go back through. I don't think I've done this one as a real capture, like a top-down capture, real view capture video. I think I did that only for the Steam Deck. I'd have to go back and look. The original Steam Deck, the LCD. Yeah, but the textures look much better. We're not seeing the lines on it like we were. 58, 56, 54, 52. Yeah. Like I said, you'd be able to definitely be able to hold 40. What if we let's just make one more adjustment. Let's go ahead and do normal for rendering. Let's keep that at 2. Let's go balanced on that. Let's increase those textures. Mesh, let's increase that. Let's see if we can hold above 50. Contact shadows. Yeah, see, we're about a gig underneath. Scattering on surfaces, bloom, lens flare. Let's do the film noise. Depth of field. We'll just turn it all up. Okay, now we're in 30. So yeah, there'd be some adjustments. You could get it to 40, I think. And on the screen itself on the Steam Deck would look amazing.
Duke?
We're definitely in the 30s. Let's skip through this. I kind of want to go back up here. Yeah, now we're with all the lighting effects and everything and the shadows. Now we're dropping to 20s, 30s. I think the one thing that probably did it was some of that lighting effect. Let's turn that off just a little bit, and then we'll jump over. I know we're spending a little bit more time on this one, but Resident Evil looks really good, Village, and you'd like to get it to where you have the best possible picture. Let's turn that down. Oop. And turn the volume metric down. We'll leave it to low. And let's turn mesh down a little bit. This might give us enough. Yeah, let's try that. 33, 30. Nah, you probably would have to turn down the textures as well. I mean, again, we're playing at direct capture. It looks really good. I think it's going to look better on the Steam Deck Oled screen. And it'll be a little bit more forgiving. So, yeah, I mean, that is kind of the run through for Resident Evil. Let's jump over and take a look at Fallout New Vegas now, because I know a lot of people were looking for that one. And you'll be able to, if you missed this, or if anybody comes in and you've missed it, we've got the video go right back up right after this, so you'll be able to see all of the games. So let's jump right into Fallout New Vegas from here. Again, there's nothing really you have to run with this one. Some people have some issues with it. You may have to throw it on, you may have to throw on experimental. I don't know why some people have issues with it. It seems to be if you don't own, or if you've never run Fallout 3, then Fallout New Vegas has some issue. I don't know why. That was early on. I don't think it does that anymore, because I don't think I've run Fallout 3 on here. So let's just see what happens. It should be okay. Reckless J, yeah, Fallout New Vegas. It's definitely one of the best games that you can play. Fallout 3 is really good. Or, sorry, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas. I was thinking Fallout 3 because that's what I've been playing. Or my favorite one. What is it? Small stutters? But that's how it was on. Yeah, some of the things you can't fix from the issues of the game itself. I know what you mean. Like, it's just some problems that they have. We'll take a look at it on both devices, see if it gets the same thing. Let's see. We don't need that, so let's go ahead. I'm trying to adjust something on my screen here. Chat is getting cut off. There it is. Much better. Uh-oh. Here we go. Now, I've never run this one on here, so you'd obviously have to use mouse and keyboard or the touchscreen. For me, I'm going to use mouse and keyboard right now, because it's trying to pull up the launcher. For anybody that doesn't know, what's happening now is the launcher that Bethesda uses is jumping ahead, and it's trying to pull that up and show... what do I need to be on? 2.4 here? And it's got it like super bright. There we go. I'm going to move past that. And I have a mouse and keyboard on, so it makes it a little bit easier. You would have to use the touchpad to kind of work your way through this. So 720p. I think we've got it set to ultra, right? It's outside of the viewable window, so give me 1 sec here. I've got to find it. There we go. I think it's right down here somewhere. This is horrible when you got to do this. There is another way I think you can handle this. I think if we go in, is it still showing? Yeah, it's only showing that. Let's see here. How can we attempt to get this off here? Because normally you would just hit play once you've got it set up, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. And I can't find it, so I may have to reboot it. Give me 1 sec. We're going to have to restart it. Not restart the device. We're just going to have to exit the game. Now let's go back in, because we should just be able to hit play, because it's set to ultra now. This is the one weird thing about some of these older games, well, Bethesda games. So now you can just hit play because we've already got it set to high or ultra. And now it just runs normally. Like there's nothing you have to do special. This was just a time when, well, I mean, it's not like Ubisoft doesn't have a launcher or GTA has a launcher, but Bethesda's launcher here, or maybe it's not Obsidian. Obsidian did exactly what Bethesda did. Causes some issues. But you're talking about a game that is now, what was this, 2009? 13? 14 years old? Something like that. I'm going to run mouse and keyboard on it. You can do controller. There's no issue with controllers or anything like that. But since I've got the mouse and keyboard here, I'm going to see if I can't just run this. Let me see. I might have to turn it off and turn it on again. If not, we can run controller. It's not a problem. Let's go ahead and do this. So we will jump into continue. I think we're running pretty good on time here as well. Nope, it's going to go with controller. So I'm using the, this is the 8-bit Do Ultimate Controller. It looks like we're at McCarran Airport or whatever. Yep. So we can take the shuttle, I think, into New Vegas or into Las Vegas. So let's do that. But we're running at 60 frames on the OLED with everything set to ultra. Even when we jump between our devices, well, it drops a I forget. Yeah. A little bit more trees, things like that, but not much. I mean, this is pretty much the same thing. But yeah, it looks nice. Better than it ever did on the 360 when I first played it. Wow, look how the view distance is. I don't even think that was possible on the 360. How do we get down? Oh, I think I went the wrong way. I have to go that way. But yeah, I mean, this nice quality. I mean, obviously modding, I've never tried modding this game. Modding on the Legion Go is going to be very much just like the PC. Can I get down here? There we go. I think I'll die if I jump off here. I don't think I'll survive. Oh, yeah, it wasn't that deep. All right, let's jump over to the Legion Go and see how it looks. Give me 1 second to close this out. Let's go ahead and exit out of there. Let's jump to the Legion Go and switch our controller over. What's some great games to play on the LCD version? Well, I mean, you're not really going to see too much of a difference in performance. I will tell you, Lies of P is an excellent game. It performs very well across all devices. It's just optimized extremely well. Let me think. What else would be... If you like kind of the... What would you say? Like Souls-like style? That would be good. Tekken 8 probably will play just fine on it, too. Tekken 8, you know, being a newer game, excellent fighting game, is pretty good with it. What other games do we have in here? I'll just kind of go with what's on the device and give you some ideas. So those two are going to work very well on the LCD version. Cuphead, obviously, we just talked about that one, showed it. That one's going to run really well. Let's see. Other games that could be great to play. I mean, there's so many. Jesus. Well, Pizza Tower, you like that type. More fast-paced, kind of like Sonic. Lots of indie games. The Witcher 3 is going to run great on it. Elden Ring's probably going to be somewhere... You're going to be able to like play it at 40 frames per second. If you just lock it to 40, it's going to play really well on there. It's a little bit more demanding. Lies of P can run almost 60 frames per second the whole time. I don't know if it really dips any time. But Elden Ring is a little bit more demanding. Let's go ahead and jump into, what were we doing? Fallout. So the one thing you have to do on this one is enable the Steam input. It's just the way Windows handles stuff, or the way that, you know, the Legion Go does. Here, you know, again, mouse and keyboard, there is a touchpad on it. Mouse and keyboard just makes things easier for these older games when you kick them off. Let's see, 1080p. Now we are going to be able to run this one at 1080p. We'll run it at Ultra. We won't do HDR because this isn't an HDR stream. We'll run Bloom on it. Vertical sync. Let's go ahead and hit play. A little bit smoother there. That's the only thing that's smoother. Let's just say that. Yeah, of course, Reckless. It's trying to think. I mean, I've got lots of games, and a lot of them run with no issues. Some of the newer ones, right, are stressing the Steam Deck a little bit, but again, every game can pretty much run at 30 frames per second. There's only been a few that cannot run at 30, right? And one of them was at launch was Last of Us Part 1. That one had a really tough time, but they eventually, you know, made some adjustments, got it up, runs fine. Cyberpunk runs like almost 40 frames per second all the time now on the Steam Deck. There's a specific setting for Steam Deck, so Cyberpunk runs great on it as well. Let's jump in. I'm not sure it's going to put us at Zion or not, but we'll see. Yeah, it did. So this is 1080p on Ultra as well. 1080p gives you a little bit of that benefit, right? It's a little bit crisper. And we did turn Bloom on this one instead of turning it off. But we can kind of see, I mean, game looks good on both. I mean, these devices have enough power to run this game, no problem. I don't know if we'll be able to get into a shooting match with anybody. That gun looks really bright, though. I guess if the sun was out and it's reflecting off the chrome, that makes sense. Let's go I don't think there's any more enemies to kill here. I think I kind of did everything. So I don't think they're going to pop up. They don't populate like they do in the main game. But what we should be able to do is just... Oh, wait. Is that one down there? Yeah, there they are. There's a couple. Let's see. Can I jump off of this? Yep. There we go. I can't jump down there necessarily, but I can shoot them from here. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Him. Critical hit on the gecko. Can I get down there? I'd like to kind of go head first with them or face to face. But I think... Oh, too bad. I was going to say, I think if I tried to jump on there and die, I just fell off though. Let's go back to the main area. We'll go back to the main game. Let's load into... Let's load into here. I think this is the final battle at Hoover Dam. There's going to be a bunch. Oh, they got me. You know, cutscene dropped down a little bit. But yeah, Ultra, lots of, you know, enemies coming at you, things like that, firing. Um, 1280 by 800 with balanced, maybe on medium settings. We could probably run it at the lowest power, like 10 to 12 watts, and still be above 40 frames per second. I don't know if we'd get 60, but that just, I mean, when you're playing it docked versus playing it, let me plug it back in. When you're playing it docked versus undocked, you can still play at 30 watts, doesn't matter, but your battery is going to suffer, right? That's always going to be the problem. So let's go ahead and jump up to performance again. Let's jump out of this game and let's go check out BlazBlue. I want to check that out just briefly. Actually, you know, let's do Persona 3. We'll leave BlazBlue for the end. So Persona, there we go. Again, now we should be on performance, 30 watts across the board, and we should be on performance down under OS power. Yep. Everything's set to 30. So this is, you know, the most you're going to be able to get. This is how you'd want to play if you're plugged in and you're hooked up to your TV, your PC. Oops, back up. I didn't turn the thing on. Oh, well. I didn't go in and enable. I don't know. Maybe I did enable this the other day. I might have enabled Steam controller, so we might be okay. Yeah, this will give us plenty of time to kind of get through this. I was wondering how well we were doing on time. Now, this just launched yesterday. Again, it's a remaster of the original P3 that was on or Persona 3 that was on PlayStation 2. Lots of, I don't know, weird themes about this one. You have to shoot yourself with this thing called a reload. I think it's the reloader, or whatever the weapon is that throws you into this special mode. It looks kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like bad. I'm sure like Steam doesn't like it. Or I'm sure like YouTube doesn't like it. So, okay, there we go. Now we can get it. Graphics settings, high across the board. You know, basically everything up on high. We're at borderless, but let's go ahead and adjust that. So we will go full screen 1080p. Okay, now let's jump in. We'll load. I don't know where it's going to load me at. Oh, in the room. So this will be like them going to school. So with everything all the way up at 1080p, we're looking in the 40s, 30s. Let's, oh, I didn't sleep. So this is before I have to go, my character has to put stuff away, go take a nap, and then go to school. There we go. Time moves forward. The music in the game is really good. I do like that. I think they may have readjusted the score. I can't remember if it's the same score or not.
Good morning. Did you sleep okay?
They also give you, if you bought, like, if you pre-ordered it before the game launched, I think you got the Persona 4 Gold background music as well. Not 100% sure. We're just going to do fast forward on some of these things. Skip through that. There we go. Now this will be like in the school where there's a lot, you know, kids at least walking around. Okay, she left. Now we're on our own. A little bit of fast forwarding. Okay. There we go. So I like how it says 18 frames per second. If you really want to keep, for some reason, that's the Lenovo stuff. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, it's really hard to see, but the Steam settings are running. Can I leave? No, it won't let me go. I gotta go to the office. But yeah, you can see with people, we're still getting close to 60. Even at 1080p. Not the janitor's room. Where's the office? Art room. Lab. Music. Home ec. Music. Where's the office? Home ec. Restrooms, I know that. Library. Nurse's office. Is this the office? Welfare training room. Did I pass it? Oh, it's right here. They're standing out in front of it. Teacher and foreign student. Yes, there we go. So yeah, I mean, we're running at about 60. We don't have to change too much. You could, you know, to save that battery a little bit, drop some things down. But the Legion Go full bore plugged in, you're going to be able to run this game just fine.
You're a second year, correct?
Okay, can I speed this up? Thanks. Lots of cutscenes. I don't even know what I'm answering to. Early morning, after school. So funny, this is all in high school. It's just not one of those games that resonates with me. It never has. Although my kid loves it. Let's see. They don't really have too many, well, no, I guess that's not true. Like a Dragon is a 40-ish year old person, right, running around. Ichiban Kasuga is, so I guess that relates more. Although that game, the pacing in that game is rough. I love it, but it is rough. It's a long, there's like the first 5 hours, you have 10 fights, I think, most. Okay, can we leave the school? Yes. And now we're in the open world, right? Not yet. I gotta talk a little more. Always gotta talk. There we go. Now we're in the subway, kind of the open area. Good background music. This is where you start off with right here. You end up at the train station. So, but you can see, I mean, 60 here, again, running everything as high as possible. And I think we're pretty good. So let's go ahead and jump over to the Steam Deck. Well, I mean, right here, okay, here's a little bit of a bump down. 39, 36. 40. It can be a little jarring having it drop down like this. Go elsewhere. Let's do that. Let's see. So, Port Island Station, the strip mall, the dormitory, the high school. Well, I guess we'll stay in where we're at. Yeah, it is running about 40-ish frames. What if we were to back? Can we adjust this a little bit? Let's see. What would get us here in this area to 60? Custom high, middle. Let's go middle, but let's bounce it up to 60 and have those reflections off. Okay, there's 60. You know, to me, the game doesn't look really much different. If you really wanted to lock in at 60, you could probably do this. Let's go in here. Can I not go in there right now? No. But yeah, you're getting 60. So I guess if you really didn't want it to like have any kind of dip, maybe you go with medium. And that would ensure it. Let's see what's at the top. What is this? Net Cafe. Can I go in there? No. Not allowed to check it out now. You got to go with a friend somewhere in the story, probably. Can't even eat. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's jump over to the Steam Deck. Let's check it out on there. And then I think we can call it good. Actually, why don't we do this? Can I save? Let's save right here. And then we can start from this area, I think. Now, can I get out of the game? System, return to title. So this is there's a problem area. We'll take a look at it on the Steam Deck. See if it gives you the same thing. In game. There we go. Yes. Okay. Let's switch over to the Steam Deck. Once it's fully shut down. There we go. Now, this is the... Nope, this is still Legion Go. Where's the Steam Deck? There we go. There's the Steam Deck. Now, again, you didn't have to do anything special to run this. There was no like, oh, you have to run it on experimental. Default is fine. Has its own controlling layout. So let's jump in. And we'll take a look at that area that we were just in, where it was giving us the, you know, the biggest problem on the Legion Go. All right. Yeah, they put up a lot of warnings on the beginning of the game because it does look like some kind of touchy subjects. It was in the game from the original one, so they didn't do anything there. They didn't add any more, but... Okay, there we go. Now, I think I was running this on the Steam Deck with medium settings from the get-go, but let's verify. So this is obviously 720p, custom middle, 60 frames, no reflections. Yeah, so I think everything I was running on medium for this. Display, full screen. There we go. So let's go ahead and load in. We'll load that strip mall, and that'll give us kind of an idea. So yeah, with medium settings, 60 is good. I mean, you can almost say that on the Steam Deck, when you're running at 720p, you can run at the same specs or same settings as you can on the Legion Go at 1080p. That's normally the case. What's this couple here talking about? Old man, old woman. Okay, let's just scoot out of here. Let's go to our dormitory. I was kind of hoping we would go into like a battle or something like that. So this is our dorm. Again, same performance. Yes, return to the dorm. I don't know if this will set it off or not.
Welcome back.
Not too bad. We'll just fast forward so we can get a little bit further in. This is our friend from school.
Oh, welcome back.
Okay, let's move on. Women's restroom, men's restroom. Let's go ahead up here. Go back into our room. Yeah, everything's running just fine. I think medium probably. That way you wouldn't get any jarring effect of like, oh, it's dropped to 40. If we were to put the Steam Deck on 60, I think, or all the way up max, I think you're going to get 60 in some areas, and then again, you're going to get that drop here and there into the 40s if you're on high. So let's see, what is it, configuration, graphics. Let's go ahead and bounce this, whoops, bounce it all the way to high, 60, reflections, everything's on. Again, we can't really get anything else. Oh, did I save that? Yeah, because we can't go above 60 on the card, on the capture card. Well, actually there, I mean, it's down to 30. So that was a little bit more impactful. Let's go to bed. We'll let these guys talk it out. Go to our next day. Okay, there we go. Now it's reloading. I think it was just loading the area.
Have you heard? Hold up.
Oh, come on. Talk, 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 talk. That's all it is. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue.
Okay.
Time to take tests. Social status. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of social components to the game. If you've never played AM. Afternoon. Does that get us out of here? Yep. Okay. Oh, jeez. More talk. Fast forward. Okay, yeah, see, high really has an impact on the Steam Deck. Medium is the way to go. We're seeing it as... Wow, we haven't even done anything yet. Why are you here? Oh, this is where they get you in. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably suggest medium. Look at that fancy equipment. Speed, speed, speed. Okay. The coffins are back. They're here in the beginning of the game. Somebody's in trouble. Yeah, 40s. Yeah, I really think like you want to go medium on this. There's no jarring changes in resolution or anything like that, so I think we're pretty good. Look at that crazy guy. It almost reminds me of, oh, I can't remember the game. Let It Die, where you're in an elevator. You got this crazy, like, I don't know. I would call it like a cigarette-looking salesperson or girl in like some old movies. And you got some creepy guy that runs everything. It definitely gives me that vibe of like Let It Die, which is like a Souls-like game. Velvet Key. Okay. Now we're on to the next day, but yeah, I would run it on medium. I think that the way I had it in the real view video was the right way to go. This, although 30 is fine, it's just jumping around frame rates a lot compared to like when it's on medium where it stays on 60. Yeah, now it's back up to 60, but then it kind of drops down in certain areas to 40, 30, 20. Now we're back in class. So yeah, let's call it good here. I would do medium the whole way across on the game. I think that's the right call for Persona 3 on this and the Legion Go, because the Legion Go was running 60 pretty much everywhere except for that one spot it dropped down to 40. It was kind of jarring. So let's take a quick look at BlazBlue Entropy effect, and then we'll call it good. We'll be done at our 2 o'clock or 2 hour time frame. I think that'll be perfect. BlazBlue, from what I remember, was a arcade fighter. That's where I knew the game to be. I don't know if it was ever anything else. This is like a platformer from what I understand. So the developer kicked me the code, would have been, I think, Wednesday. I think the game just launched Wednesday. It might have been the 31st or the 1st.
Initiate the link.
And this one, like I said, from what I knew it to be, was solely a arcade fighter. Give me 1 second. I'm just making an adjustment here before we start in on it. And we'll only do a few minutes of it. And we'll run it on the Steam Deck so that way, you know, you kind of get like the idea. The pretty much when you run it on the Legion Go, it's obviously going to run a little bit more. It's going to have more power to deal with, play around with. But this is from 91 Act.
Audio bridge activated.
Let's go ahead and jump in.
Protect your auditory nerves. Please confirm the
And they have it as like an action roguelike platformer is what it looks like. Let me get that set back up.
Now please
Trying to make sure that the stream moves well and all the different things work well. It's been a little bit of a trick for me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so very similar to most of the roguelike platformers.
Consecutively while you are airborne.
It looks good.
Dash to dodge traps or enemy attacks.
Oh, I dodged through it.
Press down plus.
I'm gonna have to
jump
play more.
to
I
drop
do
down
enjoy
from a
playing
platform.
these a lot.
When you are
I
attacking,
don't know if it's a
press and hold
Metroidvania
attack
style. I
to
don't think it's
use
that.
strike. While dashing, press attack to use dash attack. While
How do you do
airborne,
dash
press
attack?
push to use
Oh, that was our special. So that's jump. Wait, I want to do dash real quick. Okay, dash is that. Yep. It's crossed.
Your skills can help you handle multiple enemies.
Oh, you can kind of like target different enemies and then drop down. That's kind of cool. Oh, oh. There we go.
Your
Probably
Evo
wait
type's
for it.
HP is low. We suggest you use an HP mixture to heal it. You can now configure the keybind settings,
I'm pretty good with it.
completed the
So use
tutorial.
the default.
taking you into the world of Ace now.
Can you hear me?
I'm still wondering, is this the same BlazBlue? It's the same name, it's the same logo, so it has to be. As the arcade fighter. Yep, I can hear
Hello,
you.
Acer. I am from the Sky's Eyes Ace Operation Department.
And it's running nice and
I'm glad
smooth.
you
What's
picked up
the...
Starting
much
now,
power is
I
it
will act
using
as
when
your
we're
personal-
running it?
You just have to proceed with your mind training the usual way. It's as easy as
I'm just
that.
gonna skip through some of this.
Hello, Acer. Please move to your right for a mind training session.
7... Yeah, I mean, it looks like it'd be pretty light on battery consumption. I guess maybe here and there it bounces up, but I mean, overall, I'm gonna guess at least 2.5 hours on this game.
Analyzer. Now go into the mind training passage on your right.
Oh, now we're a little robot. Oh, can't go up there.
Please activate the training terminal.
Yeah, I kind of think that we're looking at about 2.5, maybe 3 hours playing this game on the Steam Deck Oled. Activate. There we go.
Click video below to learn more about each
Yeah, these are
prototype.
all the same. Okay,
Once you've
yeah.
selected a
They just
prototype,
decided to do
hold
something
unlock
totally different
prototype
with this
to unlock it.
franchise.
Head to the next space. Once you have passed enough spaces, you'll face an elite enemy.
We must still be in the tutorial. I don't think this is the main game. It looks nice though. I like the design. Combat feels fine too. All the neon, I don't know, looks pretty cool. It's almost like cyberpunk-ish, right? Not cyberpunk the game, but like a cyberpunkish style of art. I guess I could have dodged through the guy's shield. Let's take him down. There we go.
You can
He must have
upgrade
been that
potential
like
zones
medium-ish
and explore
boss they
prototype
talked
zones.
about. Oh, and then we get our upgrade. Okay, nice. So it is like run, see how well you can do on each run, die. Kind of like Returnal or whatever. I like these types of games. But we are running in right at our 2 o'clock hour, or 2 hour, 12 o'clock hour, 2 hour max on the stream. I appreciate everybody who hung around today. Stopped in, checked things out. As always, appreciate everybody that comments. Well, watches the videos, everything like that. You know, big shout out to Dr. Chungus, PhD 108. He's always doing some commenting, and he's been watching the channel for a long time. We appreciate it. He's always dropping in. I know he said he was going to get his Steam Deck Oled this week, or he put it in order, so hope he enjoys it. But look, I like everybody stopping in. Love to talk to all the followers and all the viewers of the channel. So please, if you get a chance, subscribe, check out more of the videos. There's almost 910, I think, Steam Deck videos. There's, you know, probably 50 or so of the Legion Go, the ROG Ally. That continues to grow. And these are all different games. And then, you know, definitely if you get a chance, check out the videos and like them. Throw a comment on there. I usually read the comments. I'll talk about them on here. Try to use some of that in what the show is about and what kind of goes on. And then every day, if you're subscribed, you're going to see it. But I mean, otherwise, you can run across it. Is the community post that I do that is voting on 4 different games. The game of each day that wins is what we look at here on Saturdays. So there's usually 5 games. 5. There we go. And then I picked like this one, for example, that is a game that wasn't on there, but it's just a surprise game we throw on. It's a brand new one. It's a brand new game for the surprise one each week. And it just launches that week. So it's kind of relevant. But yeah, 5 games plus the extra one. 6 games a week we look at direct capture and just talk about games. So I appreciate everybody for stopping in. Thank you again. If you're watching this on the rerun on the channel, you will see ads. On the live show, you don't see ads. So there's a reason to go to the live show and check it out. But otherwise, have yourself a great week, and I'll see you next Saturday. Take it easy. Bye. Where's the outro? There it is.